Sultai versus Grixis. Mystic Sanctuary passed the turn.
Go.
Scalding Tarn for Yasu. Sultai and Grixis. The blue-black gamers are ready for the whole thing. Misty Rainforest getting cracked here.
I don't know how that happens.
You want to just put it to the side and take a different card? Sure. Just count your sideboard to make sure that you can draw another
Beanstalk.
Up the Beanstalk. The Beans gamers are ready.
You might have another one on this.
But the other one of this is okay.
If you want, you can just go through your deck.
Yasu thinking about reacting to Up the Beanstalk. This card is the real deal in Legacy. It resolves.
That was also put in.
Go. We're not playing Nadu today, big boy. We're playing Grixis Control. That's crazy. I will.
All right. Yasu is... I don't think the player has sat down knowing what the other was playing. But Yasu is presenting Grixis mana, and Gabe is excited for the whole thing. Polluted Delta gets played.
Go ahead.
Just double check you have the right amount.
Nope. Sure. Nope.
Hedge Maze to Surveil, a.k.a. Wraith, has arrived in the chat. First time catching them live. What's up, everyone? Chris, I love what you do for your scene. Thank you for being here. Thanks for jamming the fire emoji, inspired by fire design. And this is the real show, so welcome.
Yeah. No.
Some people watch this later on YouTube. I know it's crazy. These people are crazy.
And then I play the rest of the time.
Go ahead. Go.
All right, Yasu just dropping a land and passing the turn. Real control mage stuff happening.
Land. Go.
Action-packed game so far. Up the Beanstalk has the advantage bar a little bit over to Gabe's side, I would say. This card, as the game goes long, we've talked about this multiple times on stream recently. Card advantage. The Sultai deck, though, tends to be a little bit more tempo-y. What's tempo? Tempo-y than a true control deck. I think Yasu's deck leans a little bit more in that direction. Thoughtseize. All right, we might see the fight begin now.
Yep. And then I will pass to you.
Okay, Thoughtseize will resolve. Okay, triple lightning bolt, Brazenbauer. Uh-oh. Narset, Ponder, and is that Barrowgoyf in hand?
What are you going to name?
What am I going to name? Broadside Bomb. I know that.
So Gabe is resolving a Thoughtseize. Interesting. Narset could shut down the Beanstalk. Yeah, I like taking Narset. I agree with that choice.
Okay.
And I'll pass to you.
Yasu held it so far, though, which is somewhat interesting. Not say it's wrong, but maybe Yasu waiting for protection for Narset. Also, interestingly, holding back Ponder. Both players are aware the other could have Orcish Bowmaster. But Yasu has the 3 bolts.
You understand why they're doing
Yes, yeah. You played Scalding Charm. I'm like, that's a weird fetch to play in Nadu. Then you played Blue Delta. I'm like, okay, we're not playing Nadu. And then you didn't do anything turn 2. And I'm like, okay, we're not playing Delver. Okay. And so we're playing Grixis Control. And I was like, okay, maybe you're playing Ant and you're just waiting to go off. And then you didn't do anything for 5 turns.
Gabe can't figure out what is going on, but then Thoughtseize kind of revealed. We're doing some Grixis control stuff. Oh, okay. Now a Thoughtseize from Yasu, it looks like. Things are getting interesting.
Lose a life for 15.
That may actually be a Cling to Dust in Yasu's hand. It looked like a Barrowgoyf, but it's a Cling to Dust, I think. All right, now Gabe's hand gets revealed. Force, Fatal Push, Endurance, Murktide, Bowlmaster, Murderous Cut, and the Sultai Saga from Tarkir?
Or it's an instant, not a sorcery. Yeah. But I activated it at sorcery speed because I might have grabbed something different depending on what I drew. 3 mana.
I'll play a Fable. I haven't played a land for turn.
No.
I'll play the Shadow Soul Smash and tap.
Actually, it's called Shadow Soul the Hammer.
Awaken the Honored Dead, I believe is the card.
I can rock die.
Okay, Murktide is selected. It's thrown in the trash. Waken the Honored Dead, a card we have not yet seen on stream that I remember. Gabe has been testing it in Bug Beans. And I asked Gabe about it. He said the card's pretty damn good. That's what Gabe said. Scott says, not going to lie, super cool that hear what sounds like a kid in the background. Legacy needs young blood. Yes, one of our local players had some of their kids jamming with us at FNM. This is from FNM. And the kids knew what they were doing. They were playing, winning games. Here's Endurance.
Sorry. My turn? Attack for 3.
Endurance attacking. So there's a creature on the board now. We're in the attacking with creatures part of this match. Scott says, my son is 14, playing Legacy with me for 4 years. That's awesome. Here's a Ponder for Yasu. And I think we're going to see that Orcish Bowmaster get flashed in. Both players playing with their hands partially revealed at this point after double Thoughtseizes. Now a Bowmaster for Yasu. Bowmaster, your Bowmaster. Legacy, the best format, right, everybody?
Force pitch this days.
Force pitching days.
The flip side, I'm assuming.
No, it doesn't get the trigger if it's naming Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It doesn't get the activate. Wait, no, that's
Okay, bolt on Gabe's Bowmaster. Roland says, sat next to one of the kids and he played a City of Traders, calling it the most expensive mountain under a Blood Moon. Next level kid. Yeah. All right, Roland is cheering them on.
that I will name.
You can also play the different.
Yep.
Play whatever you
Well,
choose.
there's nothing else I would play, so it's just a.
You want to do the backside?
It's actually
It's alright. I know
I
what you
still have to
mean. Don't
name.
worry about
I still have to name it though. So yeah, pass.
it. Go to me. Untap, I'll take 2 for me.
Oh, and you can't tap it because it's my fault. So it's just going to be draining.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Ultra roll.
I played against the dad at this event and asked how the kids got into it, basically, into Legacy. Into Magic, actually. And they were, as a family, into board games and D&D and stuff like that. And the dad was a Magic player, basically as a kid, but hadn't played in a really long time. And the kids found the game basically on their own. And the dad came back to the game, and now we have dad and kids jamming Legacy with us at FNM. This game is great, everybody. If you give it... Everybody should give Magic the Gathering a chance.
Wait, 12 seconds. Just one thing at my face.
What are we gonna do? is I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna make the trip.
At the end of the day, it's not about the meta and the spreadsheets and the data and the whole thing. It's about the gathering, everybody. Come on. Wake up.
And you have
I know how I would do it, but
All right, passing the turn back to Yasu. Baleful Strix off the top. I am a big Baleful Strix fan, folks.
it's not the easiest to pilot.
Yep.
It's fun.
Passed it.
All right, draw a card, pass the turn, endurance. Might have to pause the attacks here, maybe. Are we going to see Awaken?
You can sacrifice
Not
this,
right
this,
now.
or that.
Yep, I'm not gonna do it right now. I can.
Okay, Awaken the Honored Dead.
At the end of your turn.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna hold off for now. I am gonna activate the one ring.
Ah, that's right. You could always just.
Fort.
Three.
Bowlmaster. Getting flashed in. Awaken the Honored Dead destroyed the non-land permanent Baleful Strix. AJ Potato with a question. What if one day you find out your kid is a Cephalid breakfast player? Roland says exile the kid.
Let's pick up Mystic Sanctuary.
Days picking up Mystic Sanctuary. That's pretty mean.
Mana.
Yep.
One mana and sack.
All right, Yasu's going to fetch. Awaken the Honored Dead. Next chapter will be Mill 3. Then the final chapter, the third chapter, is discard a card. When you do, return a creature or a land card from your graveyard to your hand. Interesting new card from Tarkir Dragonstorm.
Down 13.
Fatal push on the Bowmaster. The Bowmaster pinged Endurance. That's been pointed out. Might try to finish it off with Lightning Bolt.
Might be getting Wolf Stomping.
Orc Army blocks Orc Army. Lightning Bolt takes out Endurance. The board has been cleared of creatures now.
Play land. Trigger.
Mystic Sanctuary gets replayed.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm to the top of the deck.
Supposed to activate it now?
Yes, it is.
Cling to Dust. All right. Cling to Dust actually exiles the Brainstorm. Good place here. I forgot about the Cling to Dust myself. Yasu did not. Card was sitting right in front.
Oh wait, that's two floating.
Draw a card.
Yep.
Yeah, Cling to Dust is a known favorite of these Grixis pile gamers, that's for sure.
My life total is not very stable.
Yes. This guy will flip.
His activated ability cannot be activated.
2 cards in hand.
Yep.
2 cards in Gabe's hand, a little bit low. Yasu's life total also a little bit low.
Reanimate targeting your Murktide.
Wait, what? Reanimate targeting Murktide?
I cannot do it. If I do it, I die.
Yeah, do not do that.
I was thinking.
Then I'll play
Targeting.
Magus in the middle.
I'll target your endurance.
Okay, targeting Endurance instead. Yasu nearly blew the game trying to reanimate a Murktide. This is FNM. Gabe was like, I don't think you want to do that.
On your hand.
Yep.
I agree. Endurance. There was an Endurance in hand. Yasu says, I can't believe it.
I need to get rid of that Magus. I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead.
Wow.
I'd have to.
That Endurance is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, that was all.
Okay, I'll target myself.
Sure.
Pass this one?
All right, target myself. At least Yasu doesn't lose the life, I guess. But Endurance now will be back, ready to attack. Mill 3 cards with Awaken the Honored Dead. And response Brainstorm. Okay.
We've got the protection for the range. Yep.
I'll provide these two. Trigger them out.
It's kind of cracked.
It is kind of cracked, isn't it? Got a comment. 3.
Yasu says it's pretty cracked. Petty Theft on Endurance gets bounced. Prison Borrower goes on an adventure.
Bargain.
Rakshasa's Bargain, folks.
Look at trigger B.
Yep, beans. Yep.
Drop.
Yep.
Bargain.
Yep.
Just dead. Yeah, I can't
Take
wait.
these two. These two.
Go to the next one.
Rakshasa's Bargain looking like the real deal for Legacy. This card is good.
Metal coating with the card or using the other one?
Yeah, there is a Cling to Dust in Yasu's graveyard, which could escape.
Modes are going to be mill myself, return a land, and drain on a whole priority, waste, target, bulk.
Full red mana.
Sure.
Okay, floating red mana, holding priority with Witherbloom Command to waste a Volk. Witherbloom Command is trying to drain and mill 3, return a land.
It's a red floating. Yes, I'll target you.
Cling to Dust in response. Exiling the Wasteland. Logan says, I want to watch the kid play. Do I have any VODs? So we don't have any kids recorded on 90s MTG, and I don't think for the short term that'll be a thing we'll be doing.
Mill 3. Let's see, up the Beanstalk. Underground Sea. Take Underground Sea.
Draw.
Okay, Lightning Bolt in Yasu's hand. Awaken the Honored Dead is at Chapter 2, about to reach Chapter 3, the final chapter.
Does it do anything? It's
So when you could discard a card to get back a card.
Oh, I see.
I'm not going to use it.
Okay, so just Fergus.
Yeah.
Okay, Awaken the Honored Dead's Chapter 3 will be ignored this time. Goes to the graveyard. Ponder. Yasu's still with the third of those 3 Lightning Bolts in hand. We saw Endurance get bounced at one point. It's still in Gabe's hand, I believe.
Cast.
What a search.
This is Waterlogged Teachings, I believe it's called. Yeah, Waterlogged Teachings.
Bowmaster resolves.
Bowmaster is selected. It will be cast.
Before my Ponder, I'm going to Murderous Cut.
Still had to cut.
Murderous Cut. Okay.
Yeah, take another one off.
Beanstalk trigger. This game has been a battle.
Take another one off Bowmaster. You have a 2/2.
Needless to say, this has been back and forth. So Murderous Cut now, and a drawing off the beans for Gabe. Orcish Bowmaster goes back to the graveyard. Waterlogged Teachings trick with Bowmaster was really cool. There's another Rakshasa's Bargain. And Gabe is starting to get way ahead on cards, I think. Yeah, Yasu's been playing a lot of breakfast in recently. But I've seen Yasu play so much Grixis, Strifo Pile, Check Pile, Fair Blue Legacy over the years. This is probably the kind of deck I've seen Yasu play the most in my life. I've also played against Yasu in other formats over the years too. Yasu likes some blue-black control.
I'll teach you.
Be on the play.
Another thought sees Yasu drops down to 4 if this resolves. I guess. Thank you, Snake Oil Salesman. The hand revealed. Polluted Delta, Murderous Cut, Rakshasa's Bargain, and Endurance. Kind of neat to have Endurance is selected. Kind of neat to have 2 spells from the 2 different kind of chapters of Magic's history with Tarkir. Murderous Cut from the first and Rakshasa's Bargain from the second. Magic players super hype about Tarkir, which is kind of nice to happen right before Final Fantasy, which so far is looking like the all-time best-selling set, is what I'm hearing. We're living through some good times of Magic. Here's Murktide Regent. Every once in a while, especially, you know, in these Eternal format spaces, I hear about, like, yeah, remember the golden age of Magic when, like, you know, original Zendikar came out or something? They just come out with this stuff. Like, the golden age is now. It's just not even debatable. All right, Murktide Regent is in. Brazen Borrower is in. Yasu's at 2 life.
Go.
Wake up, everybody.
Bargain. Trigger.
Rakshasa's Bargain, trigger the beans. Eliminating this Brazen Borrower could be game.
-3, -1. -3, -1 mil. And the trading start.
Witherbloom Command gets the game. Game 1 goes to Gabe.
Playing the Hermit Special.
Among any number.
Playing my stuff.
What a battle that game 1 was. That was a long game 1. There's getting ready for game 2. Yasu keeps 7. Ponder. Gabe keeps 7 as well. Yeah, Rakshasa's Bargain looking really good in this format, folks. Tamio. We didn't see Tamio in game 1, did we? I don't think that card appeared in game 1.
Do I have it here?
I think that's the first time we've seen someone take a breath mint during the live stream. Write this down, everybody.
Go.
Yeah, it looks like the life counters weren't updated from the Misty Rainforest getting fetched. Let's see if that gets corrected. Bowmaster. Alpha Strix gets hit. Attack with Tamio. Make a clue. The digital life counters and the apps, great for the stream, bad for actually tracking the life.
I can't activate these.
For competitive events, I always recommend pen and pad.
Oh, can't activate that host.
This is FNM, though. Here's a Thoughtseize. Get to see the hand. Force, Ponder, Brainstorm, Endurance, Endurance. Okay. It's a pretty annoying hand.
It's not great.
It's not great, but it's annoying. Maybe Force of Will will get taken here. Brainstorm also could flip Tamio, which could be a problem. But you could just Ponder, then sack a clue as well. No third land? Yeah, I don't know what the plan is.
Oh, I should have gone for one ring.
And I'm gonna play the Disruptive
Name?
Silence. Card select. And I'll pass to you.
Anything in his next method action?
I'll take the brainstorm.
Brainstorm is selected, goes to the trash. Okay.
Once you check the brainstorm. You did it on purpose. Draw. Go to combat.
All right, Yasu's selecting Brainstorm so that Gabe can just keep the hand revealed is the joke here. So attacking, making another clue with Tameo. Now have 2 clues. The other token is an Orc Army. Here's the Ponder. Second land and crack a clue could flip Tameo. As those of you that have been playing some Legacy, watching some Legacy recently are aware, a flipped Tameo into the Inquisitive Scholar could be game-winning. You do have to deal with Tameo. Before the ultimate, that is.
Good.
All right, did not find the land, I guess.
That was Menace. Well, I should have named Spawns in Exile. And get rid of that and I can live.
Yeah, she's probably pretty happy about that. What did Gabe find, though? What was good enough to leave on top?
That was a tough spot.
Completely forgot about the Menace. If I had named that, I
Okay, Polluted Delta gets cracked here for Yasu. Yeah, if Gabe was determined to find that land, we might have seen a shuffle, but apparently the top 3 cards of the deck were good enough to leave it as it is. Gabe still has that Force of Will, which Gabe will have, which Yasu will have to respect.
Of course that has to happen. If I decide,
Culligan's Command, shocking Bowmaster returning, Baleful Strix, Red Blast on the Force pitching Force. All right, that succeeds. Baleful Strix comes back. Culligan's Command, everybody.
I'm not gonna 4-for-1 myself with the endurance as well, so I will.
You have Witherbloom Command, I have Culligan's Command. Says Yasu, I guess. Attacking with Tameo, attacking with the Orc Army. 3 clues now, I believe. All right, gonna crack one now.
Play land.
All right, found the 3rd land. Passing it back to Yasu. Would love to get rid of this Tameo now. Baleful Strix will be a good blocker. Brainstorm.
oh wait. Yeah, I brought those.
Ellie says the only K command I will respect. I hate Eldrazi. Kozlik's command is the other K command floating around Legacy these days. Some people are not a fan of it.
Any card silence in the main deck? Okay, yeah, so you're. I think you did it right.
Yep.
And everyone looks ready to fall.
Okay, Polluted Delta gets cracked now. Aviator pointing out Kozlik's command is objectively better, though. In current Legacy, probably.
So even if you hit mine,
But I don't get as big a graveyard. But I ended up
I do like me a K command. Barrogoyf. This card is great.
I took these 2 out.
The Endurances could mess with Barrogoyf's power toughness. Potentially. Something to watch out for. Here's Hedge Maze, Surveil. The double green now is available. Surveil, everybody.
Trigger. I'll leave on top. I'll drop.
Alec in the ink. Thank you for the resub. 22 months. What's up, Alec? This is Barrowglyph. Sometimes I forget this card is not in Modern, so Modern players might not know this one. Barrowglyph from MH3 Commander. Life from the Loam. Okay. It's a nasty one.
Oh yeah, really? Oh. Yeah, nothing in my deck.
How many cards do you have?
Murderous Cut. Okay. Barrowglyph defeated. That was an important card to get off the table. Thank you, Imatus.
Good. I have 2 endurance.
What a festive atmosphere in the chat today. Lots of party hats coming in. Baleful Strix, draw a card.
Yep.
Go.
Next to Tamio is the Orc Army, and then I think there are now... I think there are 4 clues now?
It is what it is. It's not your fault.
Comment. Yeah. Trigger. Trigger.
Okay, so Tamio attacked, made a clue. Gonna sack 2 clues here, and then protect it from the Baleful Strix by flipping it into a Planeswalker. Orc Army will get through.
Plus up to 4.
I'd rather just have like 3.
Plus up to 4. The dies are a little hard to see. Sorry about that, everybody. Tamio is up to 4 loyalty. And I believe Gabe now has 2 clues. And a 1/1 Orc Army.
What's in hand? 6, I think. Yeah, 6.
6 cards in Gabe's hand.
Ponder.
Top says used to play Legacy when Divining Top was meta. It looks wild now.
Still the same 2 endurances. Murktide, a Barrowglyph, Misty.
Double Endurance, Murktide, Barrowglyph, Misty Rainforest, up the Beanstalk. Pretty good hand.
Pick your poison.
SMC says I miss this kind of Legacy.
The red one? Like sneaking show on the sideboard.
I know you Legacy players love this fair blue soup grindy stuff. My YouTube analytics don't lie. I know how you people operate. I know what you click on. I know everything. I know what you're thinking right now.
Up the Beanstalk.
Up the Beanstalk is selected, respecting the beans. It's discarded.
Edict Planeswalker.
Children's Edict will get rid of Tamio.
Tamio still triggers. I will.
It's true. Legacy players do love their brainstorms.
That means you're ready for this Murktide. But then you're ready for. Oh, you can just block it. I'll
Dredging Loam here. Wasteland, Polluted Delta, and I think there was a Veil of Summer dumped. Orc Army still a 1/1, just attacks. Chipping away.
Oh, you know what's on.
OS says I like just about everything in Legacy that isn't Chalice of the Void. That card is BS. Okay. Very interesting.
It's in my sideboard. I didn't bring it in because I
Chancel the NX
I just assumed you like Embrace Journey, but you're
Endurance. Can target Yasu here. So now the Elementals are starting to get put onto the battlefield. They are potentially going to be problematic attackers. Thinking about slamming Murktide or Barrowglyph? It'll be Barrowglyph. Barrowglyph is a nasty one.
Shuffle those good cards back in.
Surveil, Undercity Sewers. Yeah, maybe not looking good for Grixis right now. We'll see.
I do have a hard time.
This game might be slipping away from Yasu. Twitch chat knows it. No removal in Gabe's hand right now. The Belfast Strix plays awesome defense. Don't forget. But the life total is pretty low.
It was an SCG event.
Pass the turn. So you kept on top of the surveil. Oh, shit. That was you can surveil it if you want. Surveil it if you want. I drew it in my hand. It's fine.
So the Surveil was missed, apparently. Yasu kind of messed up. Aviator saying Grixis is the bad guy.
Mr. Rainforest. Oh, okay. I just got a cool one.
Nice.
Mr. Rainforest gets correct here. Make sure you have all the cards memorized, everybody. All the versions. Mystic Sanctuary.
Murderous Cut.
Murderous Cut going back to the top of the deck. That is the match. Yeah, the special guest fetches. GG's. Gabe gets it. Well played. Excellent match. That was a pleasure to watch.